Jenna Ortega is one of the biggest scream queens of the 2020s, but her roots in horror date back further than people realize, as one of the young actress's first roles was in Insidious 2, 2013. The second installment in Lee Wannell and James Wan's Blumhouse franchise, Insidious 2 continues to chronicle the horrifying experiences of the Lambert family, this time with patriarch Josh, Patrick Wilson, possessed by a malevolent spirit. While critics didn't love Insidious 2, it achieved monster success at the box office, raking in over $161 million against a $5 million budget, via Box Office Mojo. Almost 10 years after Insidious 2's release, Jenna Ortega became the face of Gen Z horror. She played one of the main characters, Tara Carpenter, in the cast of Scream, 2022, a role she would reprise in 2023 with Scream 6. Ortega also starred as Lorraine Day opposite fellow Scream queen Mia Goth in T. West's X, 2022. However, Ortega's most famous Scream queen role comes on the small screen, as she embodied the morbid Wednesday Addams in Netflix's Wednesday. While audiences wait for Wednesday Season 2, they can check out old titles in Ortega's filmography, including Insidious 2. Jenna Ortega plays Annie in Insidious, Chapter 2. The young Annie is the only one who can see the ghost of Elise. Though Jenna Ortega is a leading lady in most of her horror projects, her role as Annie in Insidious, Chapter 2 is very small, and she only appears in the final scene. Prior to this, ghost hunters Specs, Lee Wannell, and Tucker, Angus Sampson, former associates of Elise Rainier's, Lynn Shay, were helping the Lamberts with their possession problem. When the day is saved, the last scene sees them visiting another family, whose eldest daughter Allison, Dannery Rodriguez, is in an inexplicable coma, similar to Dalton, Ty Simpkins, in the first film. When Specs and Tucker arrive, young Annie is standing at the door with her parents. She interrupts the adults' conversation, asking who's the lady. Everyone is puzzled, as nobody else can see any lady, but Annie does in fact see the ghost of Elise, who smiles at Annie, holding her finger to her mouth in a ch motion. Elise slips into the family's home where she sees the comatose Allison. A creaking noise is heard behind a terrified Elise before the credits roll. While it's definitely one of Ortega's smaller roles, the 9-year-old actress gave audiences a glimpse of the Scream Queen to come. Ortega is beyond convincing as the young girl who knows what she saw, even if those around her don't believe her. Her performance really helped sell the Insidious 2 ending, making it curious why Ortega never reprised her role in the horror movie franchise. Insidious 2 set up a return for Jenna Ortega's Annie. There was talk of Annie's family coming back to the horror franchise, but that never happened. With Insidious 2 ending on Annie and her family dealing with some sort of demonic activity, it seemed like a no-brainer that Insidious 3 would center on these newly established characters. In a TikTok interview, Ortega confirmed that there was indeed talk of the franchise going in that direction, but it never materialized. Instead, Insidious, Chapter 3, 2015, was a prequel film centered around Elise Rainier, who was helping an entirely different family. From there, the Insidious franchise has continued to dominate at the box office. The fourth film, Insidious, The Last Key, 2018, takes place after the events of Insidious 3 and continues to follow Elise Rainier. The most recent film in the franchise, 2023's Insidious, The Red Door, marked Patrick Wilson's directorial debut, and once again focused on the Lambert family. Earning over $189 million at the worldwide box office, via Box Office Mojo, Insidious 5 is the highest-grossing film in the franchise to date. With such success, it's no surprise that Insidious 6 is officially on its way. The Insidious franchise is also launching a spin-off film called Thread, with Mandy Moore and Kumail Nanjiani set to star. While it would be fun to pick up with Annie over a decade later, the Insidious series is clearly moving in the right direction. Meanwhile, Jenna Ortega continues to thrill audiences with other fantastic projects.